Hello, my little yarnivores and spiderettes and arachnids. Fiber Spider back again with a continuation, part 2 of the It's Raining Yarn Advent Box, and we have so much more to open. Yes, we do. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing fabulous because it's opening all sorts of goodness today, and I love opening up goodies. And so the information going to be down below in the description box for It's Raining Yarn, my friend Russ's channel. Excuse me. And also how you can get in contact with him if he has any of these fabulous boxes left over. All right, so we have a lot to get through, so without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so we left off at day number 16, so let's see what we got. Yeah, we've got days 16 through 31 and a lot of little gifts in between. So, ooh, I love this. It's like a raspberry swirl with some vanilla in there, some chocolate chips. And, ooh, okay. Sort of a kissing cousin. A little bit more berry, a little less vanilla, a little less chocolate, but still scrumptious. I love these colors. This is, I haven't said it yet this video, but this is hand-dyed superwash merino from Aberdeen, and they do fabulous work. Now, again, if you haven't seen part 1, I am doing all of the days in succession because I like to know what it is that I'm working with before I start working on a project. So I open up the whole thing in one fell swoop. Day 17. You know, as much as I love surprises, when I'm working on a project, I like to know what it is that I'm working with. Ooh, this one is gorgeous. A sunset in autumn. And then a complete counterpoint to that, we have light shimmering on a frozen lake in Vermont. So pretty. And then we've got day 18. Oh no, this one, it's subdued and it's subtle, yet it's still gorgeous. Sometimes that's the best, in my opinion. Some slight coloration. It's muted, unlike me. And this one, ooh, we got some vibrantness going on here. We got, you know, some black and blue and purple. You know, it's a slight bruising, but it's an artistic bruising, you know. Very pretty. Love these. Sometimes there's a lot of contrast, sometimes there's a little. Regardless, it's gorgeous. Day 19. Whoa, okay. Now this looks like it's black, but actually there is color in there. It's very subdued, it's very, very subtle, but it's sort of like a raven's wing, where in the sunlight it does actually have some color to it. It's not completely black, you know, but I do see some very deep color tones with sort of like a black wash overlay. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. See, this alone, I would love to work with on a large scale. Ooh, and actually these two go really nicely together. So pretty. Okay. And then day number 20, and then we'll open up some more gifts. There's a lot to get through. All right. Ooh, lavender fields and violets and lilacs. This one reminds me of sandstone, actually. So pretty. Okay, let's open up a few gifty things. Okay, that's Christmas. That's New Year. Okay, gift. I'm thinking pencils with questionable erasers. And when I say questionable, I mean, you know, novelty. You know, like a reindeer or a snowman head or something like that. Let's see. Oh, little Santa. Happy little Santa. Cute. He's grooving. He's doing his thing. And then, who's with him? Oh, yep. Little snowman. Very cute. I remember when I was in elementary school, these were all the rage. Yes, they were. All right, and let's see. Now this one, I have a feeling I know what it is. You know what? Do I want to open that one now? You know what? Let's open this one. I think I want to save this one. Not for last, but for later. Now this, I think, might be a stocking. Because he did do a stocking once before. Oh, now if only I had 2 of these. This is really pretty. Russ, are you giving me a less than subtle hint that I should do more cable knitting? Wink, wink. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. I know. I should do more cable knitting. I'm abundantly aware of that. It's just, I mean, I love knitting, but cable knitting I just find so intimidating. I do. Even after all these years, I still do. But this is really quite pretty. I like that. Actually, I do have a stocking that my mom made for me. It's cross-stitch. Everything is still packed away. You know, we haven't unpacked all of the Christmas decorations, but yeah, it's cross-stitched and it is gorgeous. If, you know, if that gets taken out of storage for the holiday season, I will try to remember to show you guys, because it really is pretty, and I have had it ever since I was itty bitty, you know, a little baby spider. And so yeah, I that would be fun to show you guys. So well, anyway, let's keep going with, you know what, let's open up another gifty. This one's soft and squishy. Now this one, I have a hunch, I have a feeling that it is a cloth, like a microfiber cloth for cleaning your glasses, which I always need. Is it? I think it is. It might be. Feels about right. There's no label, but I have a feeling that this is for cleaning my specs, which, like a bad person, I usually use my shirt or a tissue to clean my glasses, so this would be a much better alternative. Thank you. All right. Okay, so let's continue on with the yarnage. Let's see what else, you know, we got as far as the fiber. All right. Okay, so we are up to days 21 through 25, and of course Christmas is going to be a nice big bag, I can see already. So day 21. Ooh, this is gorgeous. Reminds me of crushed velvet. Whoop. Got my box holding all these little bags and things. Definitely reminds me of crushed velvet, the kind that you would see in a museum or something like that. And this one, you know, it's not quite as screaming Mimi as some of the others, but this one reminds me of like a 1980s bubblegum pink. You know, like this one is like, whoa! But this one, you know, it's a little bit more subdued, still bright, still cheerful. All right, so that was day 21. Let's see, day 22. Ah, this one is lovely. Lovely, lovely. Very, very subdued. I like the subdued stuff in my old age. What can I say? And this one too. This one makes me think of little stones that you would find in a riverbed. So pretty. Okay, day 23. Ah, lovely. This one reminds me of one or two that we've seen previously. Sort of, but not quite. A little bit different. This one is definitely lighter. You know, there's a lot of variation, you know, a lot of variation. Ooh, okay, this one's bright, but it's not freaky bright. But this one, it's sort of, makes me think of coral, if you will. So pretty. Okay, day 24, Christmas Eve. Ah, very nice. Makes me think of jellyfish wafting in the currents. Oh, I'm thinking pollen and sunflowers and daisies and not lilies. What's the other one that I'm thinking of? It's a yellow flower. It's a yellow flower. You know, buttercups. Very, very, very pretty. All right, now, Christmas! Day 25. Yes, Merry Christmas to me. Early. Now, I have a feeling that there's a bunch in here. Oh my, yes, there are. I wonder how many he stuffed in here. Ah, this one. Love, 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 love. Ooh, purples and blues. Very rich, like jewel tones. Very foresty, very verdant. Another one, similar but not the same. Definitely similar, but this one has more blue to it. You know, again, the lighting, I know. The lighting in here is rubbish. We got a lot in the blue and green family in here. Ah, here we go. More jewel tone. Again, similar, but not the same. We've got nuance. We have difference. Nice and bright. Very vibrant, but not a Kelly green. Kelly green and we do not see eye to eye. And we've got more of the sort of jewel tones, but again, they are definitely all different. You know, and I know it's not the easiest thing to see. There is actually difference. I can tell from the lighting behind me that there is some difference. You know, this one has darker tones to it. This one has, I would say, perhaps richer tones, if that makes sense, and more of a jewel tone, whereas this one, it's more painterly. Again, I know it's subtle, but it's there. Ah. Very light, very bright, makes me think of gelato. Bit darker, but a lot of character. Sort of like a midnight zebra. Ooh. So gorgeous. I love rusty colors. And there's, what, 3 more? My goodness. Okay. This one, similar in scope. This one definitely has more of the pinkish reddish. This one is a bit more subdued. And then we've got absolutely brilliant, not Screaming Mimi, but brilliant. And this one, I'm thinking toffee and butterscotch. Okay, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 in the one day. It's a lot to work with. I am like a small child. I know. I deny nothing. Was that 15? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Yep, okay. Add to the stash. All right, let's open up some gifty gifts. All right. All right, so we have some more gifts to go, and then we have some more yarn to go. Got a lot of stuff. Now, this one, for the life of me, I cannot figure out what this is. I can get in here. What is this? Oh, I know what this is. It's another tape measure, which is great because I do have one, but these are always great to have on hand. Love Beyond Measure. Very cool. Yeah, actually the project that I'm working on right now, I have had to use this on more than one occasion. These are fabulous to have on hand. Great addition, Russ. All right, let's open up another little one in a similar bag. I love this color. What do we got in here? What is this? What is this? Oh, it's a little Post-it notepad. Again, love the color. Sort of a bluish gray. Little Post-it notes. These are also really great to have on hand. I can use this in conjunction with my notebook, with my pencils. You think of everything. What can I say? All right. And then let's open up this questionable little one. It's squishy. It's got the squish. Oh, wait a minute. I think it is... I know what this is. I can figure it out. I know what this is. This is one of those gnomes, right? I love the gnomes. If I can get into here, I have a collection of the gnomes, actually. This is a gnome. It's another gnome. He's a little unkempt, but cute little gnome. Yeah, actually, I have a bunch of them hanging from my lamp here. I've got 1, 2, I've got 3, actually. Got one right here. And then I've got another one here. I know it's kind of hard to see. I got another one right here. And now I've got 4. I've got quite the collection going. Adorable. You know, I mean, they're cute. They're good to have on hand. They keep me in line. Gonna put him with the others so they can just hang out. But all right, so I got you, put you over there. And let's do this one. I think that this might be an eraser, actually. You've done that previously. Let's see, can I get into here? Can I? Where'd you do the tape? Where did you do the tape? Did you do tape? There we go. Yep, another eraser. Are you suggesting I make mistakes? Shame on you. Okay, and you know what? Let's do one more gift. Ooh, these are fabulous. Also, again, you can never have too many scissors either. Now, can I get this open? And these I love. Actually, my friend Ashley, she got a really gorgeous tattoo with scissors just like these on it. There we go. Love these. Embroidery scissors with the crane design never go out of style. You know, I think they've been making scissors like this for eons, and these, like I said, they will never go out of style. They're awesome. But also, yes, be wary. They are very sharp, and I have I have poked myself with these many times. These are especially helpful when I'm doing my sewing work with needle and thread, because you want a very nice sharp tip to them, and they help tremendously. All right, let's do the rest of the yarn and then the rest of the gifts, and then that's all she wrote. So let's do the doing. Okay, so we got a couple more days to go. We are on day 26. Ah, this is denim. This is rustic denim, the kinds that I am not privy to wear because I'm not that rustic, but it's gorgeous. Ooh. This one makes me think of a happy little alpaca prancing around in a dappled field, doing his thing, munching on some dandelions and some grass and stuff. I know, I'm kooky. Day 20, excuse me, day 27. What do we got? Ooh. An orchard in the fall, perhaps? And, ooh, okay. Fun in the sun, under the water, at the beach. Very aquatic. Little neon, a little psychedelic. And then day 28. Again, this is something that would end up in a mermaid's boudoir, you know, the colorway of one of her outfits. And, oh, this one is really pretty. We had something similar to that. You know, sort of kissing cousins, if you will. There was another one that was very similar to that. Yeah, this one, kind of close-ish. You know, more brown, more red, but still, they definitely go together. Day 29. Ah, very pretty, very rich. Sort of granite flecked with a bit of color in there. And then, ooh, we have strawberry shortcake, maybe like a strawberry milkshake, if you will. Very pretty. With a bit of cotton candy, perhaps. And we've got day 30. Sort of a muted autumn rainbow. Got some blue and some red and some golden. And also, very rustic. Sort of a woodland camo. Okay, and then day 31. And there's a Happy New Year bag as well. But yeah, we got day 31. Gorgeous blues. And quite the contrast. It's funny how it's much lighter up here, much darker down here. That would be making for some good self-striping, if you will. Very nice. Okay, so we've got New Year's. We've got, like, what, 5 more-ish little ones. You know what? I want to open up New Year's last. So let's see. Now this one sounds like it is yarn needles. And again, it's one of those things you can never have too many yarn needles because they have this fabulous tendency of hiding and disappearing. Wouldn't you agree? Ah, yes. Love these. These are fabulous. And actually, where is it? Yeah, over here, I have this lovely acorn case that I keep my needles in. So this going in here, definitely going in with the rest of them. Oop. Yeah, I've got a bunch in here already. Just going to add them to the mix. If I can get this stopper off. There we go. There we go. Might as well keep everything together. Yeah, this actually, I don't know if I mentioned it. This actually I had gotten from, it was, Leto Workshop. The name eluded me for just a second there. Don't mind me. But yeah, this is from Leto Workshop. Absolutely gorgeous. They have a bunch of these kinds of cases. I just added the yarn to make it a little bit easier, but you know, it's not just hooks. They also have these as well. Not sponsored. But I do love using that. Very, very nice. Okay, we have a couple more gifts. Okay, this one I'm thinking is another Post-it notepad, perhaps. Trying to get it out. Come on. Get out. Get out. It's definitely a pad, but I'm having difficulty getting it out here. Ah, it's free. There we go. Ah, it's two Post-it notepads. These always helpful, definitely, when writing up patterns or notating pattern books or etc., etc. Good to have on hand. Okay. And then got another little thingamagopper in here. I'm assuming it's some sort of notion-y thing. What is this? Oh, I know what this is. A row counter. These also are very helpful. And then you can turn it back. You know, I've been using the same one. It's a Clover brand. Do I have it close by? Somewhere. Okay, now that I'm looking for it, I can't find it. Oh, the irony, but at least I got this one. Yeah, it's green and it's got white numbers and so forth, and that one I love to use for doing the timestamps for my videos, and it's always helpful for keeping track of what row you're on. Good to have. Okay, so we've got 3 more things left to go, and then that's all she wrote. So, let's see, this one, I have a feeling I know what this is. It's like a little wooden box with a little latched lid, and something is inside. That I don't know. That I couldn't say. But he has sent these little boxes before, and I do love them. There we go. So some things are similar, you know, some things are different. You know, he does like to keep us on our toes. And, yep, cute little box with the little lids. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, perfect. Okay, clips, little itty-bitty clips for holding various pieces together. These are especially helpful for when I'm doing my sewing, so that's really cool. And there is a bunch in the plastic variety, as well as a bunch in the metal variety as well. And it's those little guys that you flick back the little arms. Sneep, sneep, sneep. Sneep, sneep, sneep. I'm easily amused. I know. I'm abundantly aware, okay? I'm always easily amused. So there's that. And then we've got 2 more. Now this next one, he swore me to secrecy not to tell my friend that was getting a box of her own. So I didn't tell her. So I know what this is. Another yarn bowl. It's a thing of beauty, a thing of joy, and definitely helpful, to keep your yarn rolling around on the floor everywhere. I'm sure that most of you have used yarn bowls, or at least know what they are. If you don't, you put your ball of yarn in the bowl. Then the tail, you can do one of several things. You can have it running through these holes here, or hook it into this cleft here and then feed it through, and that way you can continue doing your work without having to worry about your ball rolling around all over the place. These are awesome indeed. I have a couple of them actually, and they are very, very helpful and useful. Again, Russ, good addition, I must say. Okay, and then last but certainly not least, we have the Happy New Year bag, which I saved for last because I have a feeling, a hunch, I know what it is. It's like, if I know Russ, I have a feeling I know what this is. Yep. Yep. A lovely It's Raining Yarn tote bag with, of course, kitty and puppy prints all over it. And does it have a zipper on the top? Yes, thank goodness. So it's got the zipper. Let's see, I don't see any interior pockets. That's totally fine. Simplicity sometimes is best. And so it is a nice, rustic, durable canvas. I'm assuming cotton. The zipper is definitely helpful. Because with me and my projects, they have a tendency of, spilling out and going places that I don't want them to go. So this will be especially helpful with holding all of this yarny goodness and keeping it all in the same place. Because I have a lot to get through, because we have tons of these, dozens of these little mini hanks, and I want to keep them all together. And I have a lot to... So many of them. And what I'm going to do with all of these, I have not much of an idea yet as to what I'm going to do with all of these. I mean, I have some ideas. What exactly, though? Not entirely sure. And of course, as always, I am open to suggestion as to what you think I should do with my haul here. I have, I tend to gravitate towards granny type projects because they're very simple and they work up fast, and that just sort of works for me. Also, with a lot of color changing, some sort of like a ripple chevron type thing or some sort of stripy thing, that could be rather cool. I don't know, let me know what you think, in the not the description box, the comments. In the comments section, let me know what you think. If you had tons and tons of these, what would you make? I don't know. We shall see. I have thought about perhaps doing, maybe a cardigan of sorts. It would take a long time because this is very fine yarn, and I have a lot of it. Plus, I also have some from, like I said, previously. So I could fiddle and finagle. The only drawback to the mini hanks, you know, as far as I'm concerned, is that if you do like one big project, yes, inevitably and invariably, you have a lot of ends to sew in. Or you could do sort of the magic knot method. That is a huge time saver, so I'll probably do that again. And I'm thinking what I might do is organize what I have here in conjunction with what I have elsewhere, and try to come up with a colorway. You know, have one color going into the next, into the next, into the next, so that it is perhaps more of a flow of color. I don't know, you know, I want your feedback, you know, I want your opinions, I'm asking. So let me know. What a day. All right, so that is going to conclude the opening of the countdown box from It's Raining Yarn. Again, I paid for this. It was about $200 plus about $25 shipping. And so, of course, the shipping will vary depending upon where you are. Now, again, in the description box down below, going to give you the information where you can find one if he still has them available. He does make a fair number of them, but of course they are limited in supply. So if you're interested, go get one. You know, I would say it is definitely worth the money. You know, you get a lot of really great quality yarn. You get a whole bunch of other little goodies. I think it's fun and I think it's fabulous. You know, good quality. And I cannot wait to get started playing around. I'm going to do some brainstorming, and in the meantime, I want to hear from you in the comments section. What sort of a project would you make? You know, would you make, you know, a blanket, a shawl, a wrap, maybe a cardigan? You know, what would you make? Definitely interested in hearing from you. Would you orchestrate the colors in a certain way, or would you just go completely random? You know, what would you do? Interested in hearing from you. And as always, really want to thank you for joining me today. I hope you liked the video, and well, you know what to do until next time, right? I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay stitching, stay safe, take care of yourself and each other, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you again. Have a great day, and bye for now.